Let's learn about computer programming. Computer programming is one of the most interesting and exciting fields that is out there, and it has huge applications in just about every area of our life. People who learn computer programming are able to move on to great careers, and they're able to do great things through their skills in their careers, and they live exciting and very interesting lives. So what exactly is computer programming? Computer programming, or a computer program to be more specific, is nothing more than a set of instructions which are given to the computer. The instructions could be about doing math, to display information, to manipulate numbers and text, but there's really is no limit on what exactly the instructions can be about, because computer program can be written about just about anything that exists out there. When we write a computer program, normally speaking, we give the instructions in a certain order. This order is normally followed in most of the programs, though not in every program that you would write. So what happens is when we write instructions, the order of instructions in a computer program is in the order of input, processing, and output. So what that really means is that the first set of instructions are regarding input or receiving input from the user or from other program or from a file, a data file. After that, normally speaking, we write the instructions regarding processing the data, manipulating numbers. And once we are done the processing, then we write instructions regarding output. Output means displaying output of the program to the user, because you will never write a computer program without an output. Every computer program has an output. So the order is input, processing, and output, and most programs follow this structure of input, processing, and output when they design their instructions. A computer program is written in a specific language, and there are many programming languages that you can learn and use. A programming language is like a natural language like English or French, except that it has its own grammar. For one, you must follow the grammar very carefully, very closely. Also, it has some special words that you will usually not find in English or French or any other natural language. But other than that, a programming language is essentially the same as a natural language in that you type in the instructions in that language, and the computer will be able to understand whatever instructions that you type in that language and execute those instructions and produce the output that you want the computer to provide to you. Regarding every programming language, there are uh, two components to every programming language, and these are syntax, or the grammar of the programming language, and the other part is the control structures, which are used in building logic of the program. So every programming language has two components: the grammar part, just like you have natural language grammar, English grammar, French grammar. Just like that, every programming language follows its own grammar for the most part. Some are similar to each other, some are very different from each other. And the other part of every programming language is the control structures, which you learn when you learn programming. You actually learn control structures, and these control structures allow you to build the logic that you're trying to build into the program, meaning what the instructions should do and how they should do, in what manner they should do, what should happen first, and then what should happen after that. So those control structures are used in building the logic of the program. The nice thing is that most programming languages, even though they have different grammar, they're not all that different from each other. And the really nice part is that the control structures are very similar in most programming language. So if you learn the control structure, say in C++, you can use the same control structures in C Sharp and Java and PHP and JavaScript. So the control structures, meaning the way you build logic, never really changes that much. It's very similar. However, the grammar might differ in each language, from one language to other languages. Like C and C++ are very similar, but C++ and Java may not be that similar. So, so there are two components to every programming language that every student has to learn, and those components are the grammar of the programming language, and the second part is learning the control structures to build logic of the program.